What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And we did it! Hooray! Everybody party! We got the North Carolina, the Tier 8 American battleship, and I'm so very excited. I'm so happy to have finally made it. Because this is where the fun really starts, I think, for American battleships. Well, not really. I mean, New Mexico and New York were pretty fun, but I mean, now on, you kind of know that there's nothing terrible that you have to get through. Colorado is done. It is in the rearview mirror, and we will never ever speak of it again. But we've got this, which is a really good battleship. Then we got Iowa, which is even better. And, ooh, Cleveland at 17, so we're going to take the lead. And we're going to fire. Excuse me. Now, this is my very first match in the Colorado. Very, very first match. And not quite enough lead, unfortunately. It is completely stock hull, stock fire control system, stock engine. So unfortunately we are limited to 24, 25 knots. But we'll get that propulsion upgrade fairly soon, I think. And bring the top speed up to 28 knots. And after that, then I'll probably try and do the hull upgrade and then fire control. Because I think stock fire control, we can still shoot out to about 20 kilometers, which is enough for me for the time being. So as I said, this is my very first match in it. I do have some of those little upgrades. I've put the rudder shift time upgrade on because, wow, rudder shift, even with it on, it feels quite slow. We're going to fire at the Cleveland, and we'll see how those do. But, I mean, I'm not used to these guns, so don't expect some... Well, as we said, we got a Citadel hit on the Cleveland. That was a kind of a weird shot that I had on him. But don't expect some stupidly good match in this thing, in this video at least. I've got to get used to these guns. It's been a long time since I played this ship. And Cuddly Dave will take a shot at him. How are those doing? And is he turning away? Did I give these ones too much lead? And yeah, he did turn slightly, so they all landed a bit short. But I mean, this is a really good battleship. When I first got it in closed beta, I remember saying that Tier 8 was when American battleships got good, because everything up to that I'd not enjoyed my time with it. However, this time around in open beta, yeah, I've kind of changed my mind, you know. American battleships are one hit for 3,462. We'll take it. American battleships are good in their own special way. And, I mean, the only real letdown in the tech tree for America is Colorado, which, as I said in my Colorado video, it's not that bad. It's just not really, you know, it's not good. And, not enough lead. Yeah, I definitely have to get my eye back in with these guns. But just having a look at the map, we have a battleship who's come down the channel and is going to cap us. So I'm going to turn around and head back. He's 13 kilometers away. And we take light damage. And he set us on fire. He's obviously firing high explosive. We'll put that out because there's no... it's a Congo. There's no real cruisers. 4,000 damage. In the area that are going to pelt us with high explosive at the moment, so we don't have to worry too much about a whole bunch of fires. I must say, so far, I know, like, my aim and that hasn't been great. I haven't been leading targets enough and that sort of thing. But I'm a little bit disappointed with the spread on these shells. I kind of remember it being a bit more accurate than this. But I mean, we'll see what happens once we get a few upgrades onto this ship. Maybe, you know, I know a lot of battleships now have gun upgrades included in their hull upgrade. So maybe when... Ooh, wow. Okay. For nearly 5,000 damage to finish off that Cleveland. We'll take it. As I was saying, I know a lot of battleships now have their gun upgrades included in the hull upgrade. So maybe once I get that on, I don't know, maybe that'll bring the dispersion down. Not sure. Otherwise, it's just a case of, you know, getting back into the swing of things with these guns. So Congo 13 kilometers away. I'm not too worried about closing distance with the Congo. I do have better armor than him, I believe. Not sure on the exact statistics. And those are looking a little bit too high, continuing to just turn towards us. But I don't think the armor on the North Carolina is as good as some of the other American battleships. You know, this one isn't really designed to be a brawler, if memory serves. And we'll take the lead there and fire. And of course he's dead. He's dead just after we shoot. What can you do? But this one I don't think is supposed to be as much of a brawler as a Colorado or a New Mexico. So closing into close range with those is probably not such a good idea. Especially since the repair costs on the North Carolina can be quite high. I think this was the first ship that you know, you can really lose money on in a match. Now I'm speaking with a premium account. Perhaps without premium, and we've got two border exploiters there, as they're saying in chat. But you know, maybe, as I was saying, maybe without premium, even you lose money on slightly lower tier ships. But for me, even with premium in a bad game, in this you can lose money. And even a New Mexico or something, you can die almost right away. But you know, and even if you do lose money, it'll be such a small amount. You see, I mean, a very widespread on those shells. And this guy's 12 kilometers away. This is a little bit problematic because obviously the Atlanta's got 7 billion 5-inch guns that fire like bloody machine guns. So we could be taking some serious high explosive damage here. So we'll fire again. And those are little not enough lead. And again, even the ones that were kind of on target spliced a bit. And we're taking our first shots. About 1200 damage, no fire thankfully. So we're going to just turn and keep maneuvering. And he's sailing a nice straight line for us, and our guns are ready, so we're going to take the lead and fire everything. And he's being dive bombed, which is good. And again, not enough lead. But at least we got 3 hits for nearly 4000 damage that time. I really don't remember struggling with lead so much, you know, when I first played the ship. But, you know, as I said, it has been a significant amount of time since I last played the North Carolina. And there's bound to be some time needed to relearn. I just, you know, I wanted to show my first match. I was, you know, super excited that I got it, and I want to put it out there and let you all marvel at this wondrous ship. And 5 kilometers. Let's see if we can shoot. Oh, there we go. Citadel, and we killed him. Brilliant. And of course, he set us on fire. So we're going to put that out again because we're not in range of any other cruisers. In fact, we're not really in range of any enemy vessel. And this New York is he reversing? Is he going forward? He is going forward, so we'll fire the rear turret just in front of him. And torpedo planes! That's one of the other little upgrades I put onto this ship. I put the anti-aircraft gun, you know, increase the range of my AA guns, simply because, and he dropped those too far ahead, and we did slow down, so we managed to miss all of them. Being tier 8, I'm now going to be going into a lot of matches with high tier carriers, obviously, and you know, kind of just want to have a slightly better performance from my anti-aircraft guns. And we got another Citadel for 13,100. So that's 3 Citadels in this match. Not too bad. But I mean, there have still been a few too many salvos for my liking, where I haven't led enough or led correctly. So we're now going to steam in towards these Targos, who are making such sweet loving to the border. This is something I really think wargaming needs to change. It's too easy for people to stagger our shots on that guy, to like exploit it. I don't mind people running into it from time to time. I've done it, and even using it briefly just to get a shot off. But you know, when you're just running up and down it the whole time and spending more time on the border than not, then it's a little bit of a problem. And the Emir fighter wanted to try and ram the Targo, even asking the enemy team to let him ram it. And these are looking pretty good. He is turning away. Another Citadel and a hit for nearly 15. The one Targo is very nearly dead, so the Cleveland should be able to take him out with like a single hit. It's just, there we go, and he did get it. So now it's Cleveland versus a Targo, 12,000 health versus 9, and he got a North Carolina backing him up. Fire front guns there. Just keeping an eye on these torpedo planes, but they focused on the Cleveland. And one hit for 1,300. But is he flooding, or is he on fire? And dive bombers coming in. And torpedo planes. And there we go. Targo is dead. We're going to let our AA guns focus on these dive bombers for a bit, and now we'll switch over to the torpedo bombers. And of course we're on fire. And we take some fire incoming shots from the New Mexico. I'm going to put this fire out because it is 2 of them, and that will bleed down our health quite quickly. Also, one thing I've noticed, which again I don't quite remember it this way, but I might be wrong. You kind of like the front turret, and those are pretty bad. That's the spread. Oh, the spread. But the front turret, doesn't rotate all that far back. You kind of got to go very, almost full broadside to bring all 3 guns to bear. Teams 8 and 8, but they've got 2 battleships and 2 carriers versus single carrier, single battleship, single cruiser, and a single destroyer. So we got like 1 of each, but none of them are here with me. Where's that? The cruiser's going up the channel. Destroyer is kind of behind the enemy ships. So I'm closing a little bit more than I'd like to on this New Mexico. He's turning. I'm just trying to see if maybe we can bring the spread down and actually get some decent hits into him. Because RNG, 2 hits for 8.5, 12,000, so okay, not bad. And we take some light damage. Our rear turret is ready to fire now. I think we're probably going to continue our turn and try and keep the distance sort of at this level. Moderate damage, 4,500. We'll survive, so let's heal up. And I just see now that one of those Targos said, just because you consider it to be an exploit doesn't make it one. I'm sorry, I have to disagree there. It gives you an advantage that you should not have. You're able to keep full speed and at an angle that you 3,000 damage at an angle in a course that you would not be able to. It's quite silly, but anyway, it's how it is in the game. And ooh, too much lead. I think you maybe slow down. Let's fire. Maybe we got the carrier in range, but I'm not going to go after the carrier. And I mean, the splicing at 10 kilometers is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Another hit for 4,000, and we angle, and we take 11.5. He must have got a Citadel. But I mean, you can see here now, And look how that front gun just cannot turn enough to get on target, and you really got to pull quite a flat angle on your side to bring all three guns to bear while bravely running away. I mean, we still can't use it. And those are 5,600. We take minor damage. We take a critical hit. We got two battleships focusing us down. Yeah, we're gonna do the brave thing and run away. And we are capping. The cruiser has made it through the channel, and fire our two guns that are capable of hitting him. We have taken him down to sort of 15,000 health, so that's not bad. Critically damaged him, and a hit for no damage. And we take 1,700. And where are we going to go now? We're going to probably have to turn over to port. But this match should be over soon. We should survive it. We'll get one more salvo from our rear turret, and hopefully those hit. No, but the match is over, we won. So that was my very first match in the North Carolina. Not the greatest match I ever had, by any means, but I don't think it was terrible, considering, as I said, I haven't played this ship in months. Not since the final days of the closed beta test before the wipe. But, I mean, we'll see how it does once it's upgraded. Anyway, we got 24 target hits, shot down 10 enemy planes, critically damaged an enemy ship once, got 2 kills, and got a respectable 4 Citadel hits for 339,401 silver, 5,800 research, and 291 convertible research. We came second place on the team, less than 100 points behind the carrier. We did 102,000 armor piercing damage, so not all that bad for my first outing out in North Carolina since the CBT wipe. But I mean, it's not, maybe I'd kind of overhyped it from memories, but it's not quite as good as I remember it at this point. As I said, it is completely stock in this battle. Only a few upgrades on it, like, as I said, the boost to my AA guns and boost to my rudder shift time. But otherwise, I mean, hopefully soon I can bring you another video with, at the very least, the propulsion and the hull upgrade on it. Although that hull upgrade is like 57,000 research points on its own, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. But this video is going out on Thursday, so maybe next week, you know, if I play this a lot over the weekend and that, we'll see what we can do. But anyways, I'm still really glad to have the ship, and I'm looking forward to getting the Iowa. And even though I think I need 170,000 research from a fully upgraded North Carolina to unlock the Iowa, in a ship like this, which is actually quite good, it shouldn't be too much of a pain. But anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as War Thunder and a few other things that I throw into the mix from time to time. Also, be sure to check the description down below for links to my Twitter and my Facebook pages, and you can follow me there as well if you so desire. But anyways, as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.